Welcome everybody to this reading. This is going to be for the Libra Full Moon on April 1st. So this is all about balance is key. Truth is running the show. Getting the visual of sliding doors, closing doors, sliding doors. Making me think of it's not a door that you pull with a knob. There isn't a handle. So it's almost like I feel like it's a passage through that isn't visible with the eye. It's putting the work in. And where the collective is, where the world is going through is not running away from the truth. The show must go on. What is the show, right? What are we showing up for? Karmic closures, full disclosure, embrace beauty in all. So there is a emphasis on not reacting, being aware of others' energy, not allowing it to displace you, to disrupt your flow, disrupt your peace. Allow others to let themselves fall to pieces and allow yourself to see the effect of the action and not to let it hijack your awakening. Don't be receptive to this energy. Almost like people will be testing you. Connections, relationships, friendships. With that Libra energy, it's love, it's peace, and it's karmic energy. So you have control over what you allow in your life and what you just want to dismiss. All right? So Libra full moon. So this is coming to a closing. It is at its heightened place, where it is the strongest. It's a full moon, so it is showing all. Showing all. What is done is done. There is a sense of balance, restoring justice. Nothing goes unseen in the universe and in the other realms, all right? Karmic's energies can try to bring you down with them, wanting you to stay where they are and seeing you come into your fullness, come into your highest self. It may have others trying to shame you, trying to false project energy, and it's the mask they wear. The mask. It holds nothing. It holds no purpose. It holds no value unless you let it. Feels very narcissistic. All right, so there is something, there's beauty in all. The temple, learn from the teachings of life. It's a powerful energy. It's power, the power of seeing things for what they are, the source of energy behind every situation. This is like trusting in that place where you can trust yourself. You can trust your own growth. This is going back to yourself, into your highest self, where we learn and unlearn. With the temple, it's a sense of freedom when you see not just the 3D, but what is being created. What is being created for you is your own projection, your own sense of freedom, what you allow into your temple, right? Your body, what you allow into your mind, what you allow into your space. Like, your body's your temple, right? You want to treat it with nourishment, with love, kindness. Especially when things feel unorganized, unsure. The temple is always with you. This energy is always available. And you see the growth around it. It's reflecting hope, prayer. A place that has knowledge, wisdom, and has no judgment, right? The temple holds no judgment. It also unlocks passages, doorways, ancient ruins. And I feel like the temple within you is a place that it's connecting to your higher self. It's connecting to source. It's connecting to beyond this dense reality, right? The temple offers guidance. All right, and with the mask, there's a shadow around a belief system. There's a shadow around truth. So be aware of allowing people into your temple, into your place of peace, into your into the place where I feel like it's not hidden secrets, but it is hidden power, hidden, because it's almost like protected, right? It's a safe place that havens it holds something, and it unlocks something that really connects to the beyond, right? When you think of pyramids, the way they are built is through ancient technology that using sound and I think it's using sound. It actually it is built so strong. There is something very like elusive about it, because we cannot explain everything that is magical about it. But there's hidden truth that has been forgotten. All right. The bottom, the womb, the protector, right? The womb. Oh my gosh, okay. What is being created? What is being birthed? In the womb, there's something growing. And we have the star, oh my gosh. I feel like you're connected with the temple and the pyramids. I do feel like it is connected to higher powers, higher energies, out of this world. So when I say star, I meant triangle. But so I feel like there is almost something protecting what is sacred. That's why it is wrapped around. It's like, almost like it's wrapped around a sponge, and the sponge absorbs. There's something about energy. Something about energy as being stored, restored. Not all have access to the temple, right? That's where the mask comes in. Those who do not have access, you can see it's almost like the energy on the outside, right? With the temple, the energy on the inside. Only seeing one side of the face. So there is a feeling that trying to, almost like trying to steal the energy, the power, the sacred, creating this field of energy. But it's with the mask, so it's like there's no substance behind it. The mask is hiding what lacks on the outside. And you can see on the inside, it's lacking this, lacking a place of higher power, trying to steal and by manipulation, creating the look on the outside, but on the inside, it's empty. You can see the black here. There is no, there's no inner dialogue. It's all for outer power, just wanting to take things for themselves. But the temple is something that is found when we're not even looking for it. But it's when you see growth in the darkest times. And if it comes within a place that has love, harmony, and balance. It's not something that we create on our own. This is something that almost reminded me of the Hierophant. When you crack that code and have a deeper understanding, a deeper connection, by going through those life experiences and choosing to grow, choosing to shape your reality. So this is somebody that has put the work in, really showed up. Okay, so the Temple. The Temple. So I feel like we all have this energy of the mask at one point in our life, until we almost like see a reflection in the mirror and don't like what we see anymore. Again, it's almost like not liking who we are on the inside and discovering what we didn't like was because it wasn't authentically who you were. And I feel like the Temple is a place where there's no judgment, where harsh realities are seen as spiritual growth, access into revelations, and not facing the darkness with fear, but learning that the dark is nothing to be afraid of. So it's like turning those dark times of discovery that truth has played a huge role in a lot of awareness, accepting things about ourselves and others. And until you reach the place of peace and not fighting what your purpose is here, and seeing you are powerful part of the universe, the womb. It's like, this is almost like being born into a world, but the bigger picture is the universe. Universe is what we are infinite. We are infinite, and every lifetime is different. But we all come to experience, take what we can, and change what is needed, change what isn't working for the better of humanity, all right? And wearing these masks, it's hiding that sacred place until you are able, to find yourself, find who you are, not rejecting aspects of yourself, coming to realize the things that make us all unique those are your superpowers. Being born into a dark place that can be very painful. And taking that pain and turning it into wisdom. I feel like once you discovered this, the other people who wear this mask, you sense it in your body. You can feel it in your energy. Your stomach might feel weird. It's like your gut feeling about people. Trust that, all right? So the womb, the nest, the belly, the origin. Yeah. The place where everything begins and ends and starts again. We all come back to the beginning, beyond the beginning. So in a world that often negotiates power and necessity of feminine principles, this card returns us to the warmth, tenderness, and sacred intelligence from which we came. Yeah, so it's, right? Getting back to the temple is getting back to the truth of how like who we really are and what we're meant to experience. We're not here to live for other people and just live as it is. The mask was to not be exposed until you're ready to blend in, so that you're not targeted by others who see your power, see your beauty, and want it for themselves. So the mask is not meant to stand out. It's not meant to be unique. It's meant to follow trends. It's meant to fit in. But there's really nothing beyond it. All right? In the temple, this is when you start questioning. You start seeing things differently. You start seeing that not all is what it was told to you, right? So this is discovering your own truths. Finding how powerful and how your energy is not meant to, stay small. It's like you're here to bring peace, to bring back the forgotten knowledge, forgotten technology. All right, so the temple. The temple holds many great secrets, great artifacts, place of purity. I feel like it's a place where you feel at home. It's where you can connect, connect with the energy, with the heightened energy. And I feel like there is a sense of protection around you. Like you are guarded, you have a purpose, and I feel like the temple has now been watching over you. The sanctuary, the shrine, the altar. Yeah, it's like you have connected with the universe, the higher powers, and you're seeing life with so many offerings. And this connects, all right, so let me just read it. When we think of the temple, we often envision an architectural structure in far off lands, right? But they're usually hidden in plain sight, temples, right? So we are quick to distance ourselves from the sacred, assuming we must expend much effort in order to arrive there. Yet the temple is a universal and omnipresent energy, accessible in the highest and lowest, richest and poorest of places. I feel like if you're not looking for it, you're not going to see it, right? Because the mask is unaware. It lives in the 3D. And the temple is where you're connecting into the higher source beyond this body. Visiting the temple might be as simple as stepping into the dappled light of the forest, slowly and sensuously kissing a lover, or closing your eyes to travel inward. This card is a call to re-examine what you pay attention to and what you reject. What do you spend your time worshiping? Is it your phone, money, material goods, 3D? What barriers do you draw between yourself and the sacred? All right, so perhaps there's a belief system, perhaps there's something that's limiting your view, limiting your ability to discover new aspects. It's like it's layered and you're peeling the onion. Each layer is a barrier. So everything has an offering, whether you take it or not, like it or not. And you step into this energy. You're stepping into truth, freedom. And you're discovering aspects that are beyond what we think we're capable of. That there's growth. The trees of life connects you to all sources, all forms of richnesses. Finding the riches in life is not money. It's connecting your purpose, connecting with those answers that just make sense. And you're able to access a place of serenity. The ancient yogis saw the body itself as the temple, every function and feature of it as an expression of divinity. Build a shrine with found materials. Don't spend any money, only time. I feel like this is when we start seeing things and almost like not being so stuck in the wants, but seeing the biggest success in what lies in the places that we were never meant to see, but I feel you can access it within your body. Your temple is connected. So whenever you feel disconnected, envision yourself in a structure that is feels like home, feels like past life, feels like who you really are, is somebody that has lived many times with a lot more access to freedom, a lot more tools. I feel like there's been a lot hidden away. So we are kept from a lot of the lost knowledge. Once we discover that, it's almost like it unlocks so much truth. We won't be able to, it'll be a lot harder to control the narrative, right? All right. You may be getting surprised about something, discovering something, a good surprise, or something that is coming to light. Take this as an offering, a gift that is meant for your journey, something you're going to know when you need it, all right? All right, so deep revelations have come to the surface, asking for you to step into your fierceness. After you have transformed your shadows from a place of fear into a place of undiscovered depth and growth, right? Because if we all knew what we were connected to, and I feel like that's that sponge around it. We can't know everything because it will change the outcome. This is your own growth, your own awakenings from experiences. You have to choose. You have to choose truth over the comfort of the mask, not being seen, therefore feeling like can't be hurt, right? Not being vulnerable. But what that does is keeps you having to pretend to be who you are, right? Not getting to know who you actually are. Bringing up parts of yourself that need to be seen. The shadow needs to be seen. Can't be left behind, unrecognized. You don't have to love every aspect, but there is a sense of awareness, acknowledgement. So don't reject any truth, because then we're just falsifying the narrative, right? We're just only accepting what we want to, which that's when you end up in the mask, right? You're not really seeing reality for what it is. You're trying to create it. You're trying to fool others and fool yourself, right? Showing up as all this color on the outside, but it's the mask. It's the mask that is not showing your true colors. Or the temple doesn't have to pretend or show up for anybody. It's pure intent and love. Not becoming not becoming what has harmed us, what has hurt us, not becoming those who hide behind a mask, afraid, yet will judge and shame for being different, right? But really deep down, envious of the energy of jealous of who that you can be yourself without the fear of being rejected. This is the energy where not people pleasing, you are yourself. Who likes you. You call in your own your own crowd. That's just people that are on the same frequency. They're in the same stages, right? So you'll connect with those energies because you really need to experience certain things to understand them. Or if not, you're speaking a different language, right? And it'll feel like you won't get a good response, right? Hiding behind the mask means that you're not actually doing any work on your growth, on not projecting anything positive. In the temple, you're healing yourself, you're accepting what was, accepting that forgiveness is needed, and understanding that growth is necessary. We all have had our moments. We've all gone through the energy where we had to be the mask. But that tends to get old, right? And certain life experiences are going to bring you closer to who you are. Because when the world closes you off, gets too chaotic, right? And that means that you're meant for a shift, and the universe is calling in judgment to create a ripple with the people that are not there for the good. So this is when you rebuild yourself stronger, but also knowing things you didn't know before. Kind of understanding the life cycles, going through the hard times almost brings out a sense of empathy, understanding the struggle. You'll have more patience for those who have not been able to shake off the mask. All right, so this is a choice, right? Sometime in your life you choose to stop blaming life, blaming others, blaming family, blaming friends for whoever did you wrong, and start choosing yourself and seeing it as not a you problem, not taking in the negative behavior. But seeing others as hurt people, all right? So let's pull some cards. See what's going on. Oh, where did my deck go? All right. You got my cards collected. Not sure where to put them. All right, so I am going to be using. Cannot find my cards. All right, so we're going to use some different decks. Can't find that one. All right. All right, I found my deck. Sorry about that. Oh, my battery is running low. All right, so the temple, I feel like, is your own spiritual growth. It's giving me Venus vibes, Taurus and Libra, that Empress energy. Being kind. It's like being kind to the world. I feel like there's a time when people who are just genuinely loving, we can go through some shakeups and it can turn us into maybe a little bit resentful, right? And I feel like this is when the temple comes in. Because I feel like you can't stay in the energy for too long, right? It's reminding me of the temperance. So the Hierophant and the temperance energy I'm getting. Spiritual growth. Taking lessons. Learning lessons from the challenges. And seeing it all connects together. And it's really almost like it's so freeing to have that understanding. And not maybe being so confused by belief systems that you were told but didn't really understand. But this is the temple where it's like, this is your own growth. This is your own activation. This is the work that you've put into yourself. Through the turmoil, you turned it in, you transformed it, and took the positive and left the negative. 3 of Wands, yeah. It's like you're seeking adventure. You are setting your tracks in a new direction. Self-discovery, untraveled lands, doing things boldly that you're not quite sure where you're going and where life's taking you, but this is your pursuit. This is your purpose. This is something you feel in your bone. It's a spiritual, it's like you're being called to wander into unknown territory. I feel like she's on Mars. It looks like, and you're not quite sure why you're being pulled in this direction. But it's transforming and changing the outcome of the Earth's frequency. And I feel like this is taking steps that are going to move mountains. I feel like it's going to, I'm seeing like, I don't know if this is giant, but I'm just seeing like a really big, like a foot stepping down, and it's making a big imprint and a like you're stepping into your light, you're stepping into your growth, you're shining, it's like you really I feel like this is your shining in your own personal growth, the beauty, but the success is coming from you doing things differently. And I feel like doing things that will create a ripple. I feel like this is an abundance of success wherever it's like you have this hidden knowledge, you have the secret sauce, and I feel like you're able to create seeds that are going to grow unlimited potential. And I feel like you're seeing yourself as a powerful energy. And I feel like this is how you're showing up for others, a powerful energy. Stepping into an independent, like not relying on, I feel like this is you standing up for yourself. You're not glamorizing anything, but I feel like you're showing up for what you believe in. And whatever you have learned along the way, these are the tools. It's like your access, the tools to have all the resources where it's like you're putting your work and dedication into a new way of living, setting goals that will continuously bring in growth. It's not following the crowd. You're standing out. And you're doing things differently. You're doing things your way. And it's like you have discovered what you put into this world, you will get out of it. So success comes in all forms. And this move, this action was required to transform the value, the cost and the cost of yourself. No longer giving too much of yourself away. Putting that energy into yourself. Showing up in a place that growth happens. Growth is happening all around you. And I feel like you're just shining. You're shining in your best era, where nothing can hold you back. The only thing that holds you back is yourself. And I feel like you're standing strong, confident, because you have been through those tough times. You've been through not knowing who you are, having to hide, aspects of yourself, and it's come to a realization that you are much more than the places that you have been, the place that you were in, and the person that you thought you were. So this is strength, courage, fire, passion, spiritual growth was required. And now it's like, the more you give, the more you trust your inner world. It's like you're connecting with the riches of life. Earth has everything, right? It's like you're using everything that we need, that is needed. Is in nature. Learning the fundamentals, learning things over again, right? When you come to the temple, you've had to break down everything that you thought you knew. And it's hard to come by. That's a hard realization. But once that happens, it's like you have this spark of not holding yourself back and not living in fear. Because everything that you thought you knew isn't true, and it was holding you back. And that unleashes a whole other aspect, it's like you've unlocked something, and it's not that you have nothing to hold you back anymore. You don't need others to hold you up. You're taking steps for yourself. You're taking steps for your own you're leading your own life, leaving the old behind, but gaining so much in the end. You come out successful, because success isn't how you view the world and view yourself. Don't place yourself in the chaos. You're not meant to go through the storm and allow it to break you, all right? This is all about finding the magic, finding that obstacles bring you to a place of higher learning, and you take that success and it grows, and it's unlimited. And abundance is a continuous cycle. You're changing something, and look at this. You're seeing the lovers, right? That's the dark and the light. It's like you're connecting with both sides, and you're creating this harmony where the dark holds a lot of truth and a lot of healing. So you're taking the knowledge and you're learning to grow and love and see things for what they are, and don't get caught up in other people's story. Because the success is in who you decide to be. Somebody else, or wandering in a pursuit of happiness, to allow all of us to be free. All right. Gemini energy. There's magic in the balance. We need both light and dark, all right? Work with the energies, because you are bold, beautiful, and radiant. All right? We all come from the same place. You recognize the signs, and you see the learning, the teachings, and it teaches you. It's like you're working with that energy. You've learned, and now you're teaching others, all right? The Devil. So not seeing that there's a lot of things that may have been bound to, that were unhealthy, that felt good in the moment, but only left you lost. Don't get lost in this energy, all right? Rise above this, because it's only trying to keep you small, trying to keep you in the dark, not seeing your true potential. And the Temple, the light, scares away the devil energy, right? Don't be tempted. Don't be tempted by the apple. Use the knowledge and set yourself free. Be wise. Be wary. And don't let the light reflect negatively. You are the light. You are the beauty. You are the sacred child. Here to bring purpose. Here to bring growth. Changing the plan. And creating unlimited potential, where growth is all about where you put your energy and what you believe in. Believe in yourself, believe in you can conquer and you can harvest anything that you put your energy towards. So don't let things bring you down. Rise above, see the harmony, and work with the energy. All right? Conquering this new adventure, this new energy is going to bring into a higher learning, and anything that's trying to keep you down, keep you lower, is because it doesn't want you to rise above and bring healing and love and openness to the world. Freeing yourself and seeing exactly who we are, right? A gift. Your gift. Your gifts are seeing the beauty in everything. All right? Stay beautiful. Love you guys. Bye.